We're talking about hanging baskets and how to make them stay for a little bit longer. We're doing so with Shari Petrucci from the Western Mass Master Gardener Association. Shari was wondering if she had something in her eye. Shari, you're all set. Nothing in your eye?
Sorry.
No, are you kidding? We're excited to have you here because a lot of people have these and then they get so overgrown.
They do. They get very overgrown. This hanging flower basket was started back in January, so when we bought them in May, they were at the perfect size and shape. It takes that long for them to fill in. And they're usually planted, not always, but this one was planted in combinations of plants, so something would always be in bloom. But as you can see now, as beautiful as it is, it's getting a little scraggly. All the flowers now have reached the lower part of the hanging basket, and it's getting flat right here.
It's like sometimes your hair gets like that.
Yeah, exactly, in the humidity. So what we're going to do is prune this. For the geranium here, you want to keep them actively growing, and what you would do is wait till the flower is completely done and you would snip it back to the main stem.
Now is that
just
called
like that.
Deadheading?
Well, yeah, you can call it deadheading. Most deadheading is just snipping the flower stem back to the main stem.
Okay.
Never pull them off like the dead ones. You want to pinch with your fingers that flower stem as close to the main stem as you can get, or I use shears because then I can get in a little bit deeper. I don't just use the little pruning scissors because the blades are so short that I can't really get into a very thick flower basket. So I just use regular shears. I make sure that they're clean. Flowering baskets can also have vines in them like this vinca vine, and you can see that it's already been sheared once right here, which forced 2 more stems to grow.
Oh.
See, so that's how that happens. If you don't want that look down there, you can just snip it right here. Oh, let me go above the... No,
now, the theory of this is when you're snipping it, you might be getting rid of all this, but it's directing more energy to what's left. Is that right?
That's right. So when you're going to have more growth, it'll split right here. For the petunias, now like this one here is kind of like an ivy petunia or a wave petunia. These are growing in a more vine-like shape. What I like to do throughout the summer is every 2 weeks I'll take one and just snip it in half. So let me find one here.
I got one here, so just snip it in half?
Just snip it in half near something growing there.
Okay,
yeah,
right
perfect.
there.
I have a question for you, Shari.
Sure.
This is a real extreme example of one that needs pruning. I mean, some of us just have hanging baskets that are smaller, not so overgrown. How do we prune those, and how do we know how to take care of them?
Well, what you would do is take, every 2 weeks, you take one piece and you would snip it
like so.
a half. One here,
okay, so
like one here, like a triangle, and maybe one here. Every 2 weeks you do this.
All right.
This way it'll keep things coming out here bushier. It will force new growth.
I gotcha.
And certain plants are self-cleaning. That the dead flower heads fall off by themselves, so you can give them a shake. With like lobelia, those are very delicate. When the summers get really hot, they start to die back a little bit. What you can do with those is just shear it 1/3 of the way up, all the way around, and then maybe take a few pieces on top and do that. And that way it'll grow back.
Luckily for everybody at home, you've given us this great list of information when it comes to pruning these, so all you need to do is go to our website, mymassappeal.com, for these gardening tips and so many more. Thank you.
Thank you.